Hey guys, welcome back to the Bam Bam Fabrication YouTube channel. On this episode we get the inner guards cleaned up and painted, then go ahead and fit them. We get the gauges fitted to the dash and then we paint the dash, and then go ahead and get a few other little odd jobs done like transmission oil cooler and stuff like that. So do us a favour guys, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead, hit the like, leave us a comment, I'll read them all, and if you haven't already, think about subscribing. Okay guys, let's get into it. Righto guys, welcome back. It's Monday morning, had the weekend off. Actually went and took jigsaw drifting, which by the time you're watching this, yeah, you've probably already seen the video. A lot of fun. Not going to take jigsaw drifting again. That was a one-off deal, but I am definitely contemplating doing a drift car. I've got a lot of bits. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but yeah, they're running a series in Townsville, so pretty keen to support it and get out and yeah, get some motorsports happening in town. So yeah, looking forward to that. Back to Stu's truck. I'm not sure where I left you. I think we got the steering column buttoned up. It's all sealed up on the firewall and all mounted and all that jazz. Looks I think we started playing with the pulleys and the alternator and that. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to do there. Haven't spent a whole lot of time on it. But yeah, what I'm going to do straight up, I believe, is I'm going to start mounting the gauges into the dash, because what I want to do is, yeah, pull the column back out, pull the lower dash section back out, paint the top of the dash. That's going to be green, and then once I have modified the dash to accept the gauges, strip this lower dash part back to bare metal, and it's going to be painted white. So I want to get it modified for the gauges, and then like I say, paint them both, and then get the lower part bolted back in, get the column finished off, get it bolted back in for the final time. So once I do that, then I can really start finalising some of the wiring and getting it final mounted, final situated, loomed up properly. So yeah, that's my next move. Don't know if I've showed you this before. I don't think I have. So these, yeah, all the gauges sort of look like this. This has got the high beam and the indicator lights all integrated in one, and it's got a GPS speedo, which is handy. So yeah, that's what I'm going to get to starting on this morning, guys. Going to mount the gauges, and then like I say, yeah, look at painting the dash and yeah, and the lower dash. So yeah, let's get into it. Right guys, so I've got an idea of what I'm going to do as far as the gauges are concerned. Basically, I'm going to put the speedo and the tacho in the center like that, and then have, yeah, I've got oil pressure and coolant temperature there. Then I have voltmeter and fuel level gauge on the other side, stacked exactly the same. As you can see, yeah, nothing fits as is. So what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is probably cut this whole piece out here, like someone's mounted a gauge in there, so I'll end up probably cutting this whole piece out and remaking it. So yeah, it'll just have a flat clean finish obviously, and only put the holes in for the gauges. So yeah, probably gonna go ahead and do that, pull the dash back out and yeah, cut it out and make a new bezel, get it welded in, cut the holes out for the gauges, and yeah, probably bare metal it then and prime it. So yeah, move on. Rightio guys, so I've got the guts of that dash cut out a template, got it sitting there. Now I'm going to go ahead and roll her in and yeah, sand it back, get the holes for the gauges cut out. Rightio guys, so I got that that panel stitched in, cut all the holes for the gauges, got the gauges mounted. It's not bolted in, it's just sitting there loosely, but yeah, really happy with the layout. Yeah, really digging it. So gonna go ahead and pull this back out, pull the gauges out, gonna pull the other side of the dash out, and probably bare metal them both. Work towards getting them in epoxy primer. And yeah, work towards getting this dash prepped for top coat. So yeah, we'll get into it. Righto guys, this is where I got up to yesterday. Got this dash all welded out. Bare metal finish. So want to epoxy prime that. My next move was going to be the dash. I was going to sand that back and get that into body color, but while I'm thinking of it, while I'm priming the bolting dash panels, what I'm actually going to do is bare metal the inner guards and get them in primer as well while I've got primer in the gun. Makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to rip out the left hand side of the dash and bare metal it as well. And then like I said, I'm going to go ahead, tidy up these inner guards, bare metal them, and get it all in primer. So yeah, that's my next move. Rightio guys, so I got the inner guards and the lower dash panels in primer. They're out in the sun drying. Probably going to go ahead now and separate the outer guards from the radiator support panel, because once the inner guards are final painted, bolt them on, bolt the radiator support lower support on, and then get the radiator support on, get that on as an assembly. Then I can fit the radiator, condenser, run my brake lines, all that sort of jazz. And the outer guards can go on later. I just soaked down the bolts because they're rusty as hell. So that's what I'm going to do is separate these guards from the radiator support. Alright guys, end of the day, got the inner guards in primer. Went ahead and sprayed the backside of them with the sand ender. Both sides, that's all dried. Then I went ahead and I painted the bottom half of the inside, like the engine bay side, in sand ender too. Got this one done as well. Gonna go tomorrow, and the top side of them, I'm gonna scuff the primer back and paint them 2-pack black. And did the same with the support here, the radiator support, got that painted in sand ender as well. Got it sitting on there. So yeah, pretty good day. Bloody hot, bloody drowning in sweat all day. But anyway, like I said, had a good day. Gonna shut off here, gonna get in the morning. Rightio guys, so it's next morning. These are all dried up nice. So what I'm gonna probably go ahead and do is give the primer a bit of a scratch up. Clean them up some prep, so I'm gonna hit them with the gloss black. I'm not getting every dent, every little imperfection out of these inner guards. It's not going to be a show truck, it's just going to be cleaned up really nice, it's going to look really tidy. So that's what we're going to do. Get those painted, and so I can get them dry, get them hung on so I can start making brake lines. Probably while those are drying, I'm probably going to go ahead and start sanding the dash. Get it prepped, probably do the dash and the A-pillars, get them cleaned up, ready to go into the green. So if I get the dash painted, then I can get the lower dash panels back in, steering column, all that jazz. So first things first, we'll get these inner guards painted. Rightio guys, so I got the inner guards finished up. like I said, they're not perfect, but yeah, they're really good for what we're doing here. So just gonna let them dry. Gonna go ahead and get the dash sanded back and yeah, prepped up for paint. It's gonna be that same green as I painted the firewall as. Thinking probably, yeah, painting the dash and maybe the A-pillars for now. The rest of it I've got to do a bit of body work to do all that first, but if I get the dash painted and the actual dash fascia, left and right, if I get them painted, they're going to be white, I believe. If I get them painted and bolted in, then like I said, I can bolt steering column in and that can be all finalised. So that's my next move looking like. So yeah, going to get into this dash. Righto guys, so those inner guards dry. I've got them bolted on there, not hard bolted down, but yeah, they are bolted on there. Really looks good, really happy with it. Come up with a bit of a dilemma there. So I clearance these guards with that sway bar in there. As you can see, with the sway bar in there, they hit. Not a big deal, but now I'm going to have to turn around and clearance these inner guards to suit the sway bar, because obviously I mocked them up with just the control arms, no rack or sway bar in there. So yeah, goes for both sides. Like I said, not the biggest deal in the world, but yeah, it's just annoying. So I'll have to clearance them out. Otherwise, I've gone ahead and sanded the dash. I've got that ready to go. Oh, the dash and the A-pillars. So I'm going to cover everything up, prep all the dash down, mix some green up, get the dash painted, and yeah, that can dry overnight. And then probably tomorrow look at getting these painted and drying. Waiting for a phone call from the brake shop. Ordered all the brake line fittings and stuff the other day, but they didn't have them all there. So yeah, now the inner guards are on, I can start running my brake lines and stuff. But yeah, so for now, like I said, gonna get this dash painted, and yeah, tomorrow get the lower dash painted. I'll get into it. Righto guys, so it's the next day. I've let that dash I got painted yesterday, it's all dried overnight. Really happy with how it's come out. So the first thing today I think I'm gonna do is do a little bit of body work on these lower dash panels. Get them re-primed, and yeah, so I can get them in white and get them bolted on. So yeah, do a little bit of body work on them. And like I was saying yesterday, I just got to some stage remove these inner guards, just give them a little trim down there where that sway bar's touching. So yeah, that's my first move. I'll get into it. Righto guys, so I got those dash panels sanded down. As you can see, I put a bit of bog on that fascia there, sanded it back, smoothed it out. Just got to give them a rub with some Prepsol. I've got the white mixed up here. It's actually a Kenworth white, a little bit of off-white. So yeah, gonna go ahead and rub these Prepsol and jam them with some white. Rightio guys, this is where we got up to yesterday. Obviously you saw those lower dash panels got painted, really happy with those. So they're dry. Cleaned up the radiator sport and painted it with the body deadener on the back side of it. It's looking good. Radiator's just sitting there, I haven't bolted in there yet, but I do have the condenser bolted on the back of it, if you can see it. So you got to bolt that down. Now I've got to work out, these are transmission coolers I'm running. I've got two of them. They're the biggest sort of ones that I could fit, that are going to fit in there. So I've got to work out how I'm going to mount those. So I'm going to double stack them. So yeah, going to work out that. Then probably going to go to town and get some bits, and I've got to pull the inner guards back off to do that trimming, and then once they're trimmed, and I'll give them a polish, put them back on for the final time, and then once they're back on, mount the radiator support panel, and start hooking everything up. Right there guys, so I got the transcooler brackets made, they're welded on. So yeah, these are just gonna stack on there. They're gonna mount through those screw bolts. Like I said, gonna stack them 2 deep. Obviously loop one and the other. I don't have the hardware to mount them yet, but yeah, that's how it's gonna mount. Got some insertion rubber here. Gonna make some little insertion rubber pieces to go under it so it's not solid mounted. So yeah, I gotta go to town, get the hardware to mount them, and like I said, I'm gonna pick up some other bits. I've got to pick up last brake fitting and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna buzz into town and yeah, get back into it after. Righty guys, so yeah, Friday afternoon, shutting it down. This is where I got up to. Like I said, pull them inner guards off, got them clearance for the sway bar both sides, cut and polished them, got them back on, got the radiator support on. It's not fully bolted down, everything's sort of loose at the minute for chasing panel gaps later on. Radio's bolted in, transmission oil cooler's bolted in, not plumbed up yet. And the dash, the lower dash panels are in. And I'm really digging it, looking really good. Really like the way that white is accenting with the green. Yeah, it looks really good. And then gauges, yeah, look $1 million in that dash as well, I think. So yeah, really happy with what I got up to. So yeah, like I say, I'm gonna shut it down for the week. We'll resume Monday. Next week, yeah, I'll look at getting that column finished up and painted, get it bolted in. Got all the brake fittings and line to make all the brake lines. Was hoping to have the drive shaft today, but it hasn't arrived yet. So yeah, that's all the brake parts there. Got converter lockup kitted as well, so I've got to get that wired in as well. So yeah, really happy with the progress this week, and like I say, just shut it down for today and resume Monday. So I'll catch you Monday, guys. Have a good weekend. Rightio guys, that'll do us for this episode. Thanks for watching. Like I said, let us know what you think in the comments. Leave us a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.